Where have you been?
Where have I been?
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
We haven't filmed in a while.
Yeah, we haven't.
We got scolded by YouTube. You're not making enough videos. So here we are today in Goodland, which is right before you hit Marco Island. So you're doing a Tiara. He's doing a new Tiara, which is it's the bomb diggity.
Yeah, it's a Tiara 42 LE. LE stands for Luxury Express. Yamaha outboards, 425 horsepower each. And it's just, it's not a fishing boat, it's not a charter boat, it's just basically a big sport boat.
A big go fast.
Luxury
go fast.
Luxury go fast.
With, it actually has a gyro stabilizer.
Yep, Seakeeper, although it's not going to be really rough out here today.
True.
So usually what we do to test it, it takes 45 minutes for this thing to spin up. So we're going to have to put the boat in the water, start the generator, and go out, and you usually just do donuts, and you make yourself your own wake, and then you stop in the middle of your wake, and it'll hold the boat flat.
And then we're waiting for Tim, the broker. He's from Fort Lauderdale, and the new owner, or the buyer, I should say at this point, wants to ship the boat to China. Did you say?
Asia.
Asia.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be interesting, and we might, I don't know, I don't know yet, but we might be hired to bring it around to have it shipped, but that's up in the air right now.
It's being shipped out of Miami, and what they did yesterday is the boat was landlocked in Naples. So they had a hydraulic truck come in, pick it up from the showroom floor, and bring it here to Goodland, where they have it hanging. I don't know if you can see it in the background right now, but it's hanging in the slings. So we drove down, and we're here this morning. I'm going to do the bottom first and verify everything's okay there, and then we're going to splash the boat and take it for a sea trial.
All right, well, let's go check out the bottom right now.
Check the mic and make sure it sounds right, boys.
Oh yeah, it's doing its deal.
Joystick,
and then
forward, turn it.
Rotate. Does that use the bow thruster when it does that? Not at all.
Sideways.
Okay.
On this side, you have a third display, 16 display on the companion.
Oh, this one.
Side.
So it's
I just hit that button, the power button, and it'll power up. Seakeeper is to the right of that display, and it's spooling up now.
Okay. Is this the gyro?
Yes.
Okay.
And the stereo above it.
Is this a relay then from that, or is this a completely different?
They're tied in.
They are tied in.
We can play with the stereo here as well. Oops, turn it on.
So it's all touch screen,
yes.
Basically. Okay. And then I did see on one of the YouTube videos the Yamaha Hellmaster. Is that what they call it?
Okay. Joystick mode.
And that syncs the engines and.
Yeah. They're going to operate individually. However, the computer tells it if we want to go sideways, the computer's going to tell it, however, to manipulate the engines to make the boat go sideways.
To make it go however direction you want to go.
Right.
Okay.
And then joystick mode, and then we have a position hold. Turn it on, turn it off.
So you can keep it, it's kind of like an autopilot in the sense that it keeps,
Well, it'll keep your position. So at the moment we are in the water. we're on a lift, it'll keep this position.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be really at the helm. You can walk away.
Well, yeah, if you're just waiting for a bridge, you can hit the button and not have to manipulate the boat by yourself.
Got it.
Another redundant engine information. Here's our fuels, fuel and water. Actually, that's fuel and diesel. Is that fuel and water? It's fuel and water. Maybe. And this is identical to these. It's the same. It's just a smaller version.
A smaller, okay.
Right.
Of the.
Sunshade coming out the back.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And then seat storage underneath each seat. Grill on this side. Summer kitchen. The breaker's not on for it. There it goes. Now it's going to turn hot.
That way. Okay.
And then this whole piece.
Or the piece flips up.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Nice.
And then once you close this, the breaker will go on the grill. Garage. Dock lines, fenders, whatever you might want to put in.
Right. Lines, extra lines.
Detail the boat out. Right, and then there's a retriever. You pull it out, you retrieve it.
Right.
The button's not on. And cable TV hookup there. Freshwater, raw water hookups here.
Okay, so you
Marina
can run a
water hookup
hose.
here. Yeah, and the buyer of this boat wanted to know where the freshwater washdown is. And I'll get this cleaned up. It's here, and it's hot and cold. There is a water heater on the boat.
Woohoo!
Released. So it'll stop here.
Yep.
What's up, buddy?
You guys getting ready to go right about now?
We came back.
Came back?
Is there this 50 amp cord doesn't reach? Do you guys have a spare 50 amp?
Here we are between the fern.
And this is a wrap-up of the Tiara survey, huh?
It is, and it's at the 43 LE.
Uh-huh.
And you want to wrap it up with some interesting notes, I think. On,
yeah. And
even when you're buying a new boat, I think it's very rare that people get surveys on new boats, but in this situation that the buyer is halfway around the world.
I know he owns several boats. This is probably his smallest.
Okay.
And the boat is going to be shipped via Dockwise ship transport over to Hong Kong, but the boat is a year old. The whole number on the boat, it was built in 2020, but if they come out, it's like a car. If it comes out in October, September or later, it can be a model 2021. So that's what this boat is. But because it's a year old, already the engines have just only 3 hours on them. But because Yamaha has their maintenance schedule, it is already due for the 1 year or annual service. It actually has a 3-month service and a year service, independent of how many hours there are on the engines. And that's what one of the recommendations is going to be.
Right.
And we found, even though it's a new boat, we did find a few things. It just needs detailing. The fuel's older.
Fuel's old, it's been sitting.
It both has diesel and gas.
Even though everything ran fine, but you said it backfired.
One engine backfired, but that's going to probably be solved with the Yamaha service.
Part of the service.
Yeah, they
right.
do spark plugs. Goodland, where we were, Goodland,
Yeah,
Florida.
Goodland
really
is
neat historic fishing town that's now occupied by. It's a small island and
a lot of
million dollar
homes and the mobile homes are in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's a great boat.
Yeah.
I like the Tiaras, and you said the fact that they're made in America,
Yeah.
which is,
Yeah.
that's a good two thumbs up.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Holland, Michigan. And you I know want to say it's loaded with electronics, so.
Oh, electronics. Okay, so one of the things is to really know the electronics when you buy these boats, because some of the systems are tied in with each other. So one of the issues was the swim platform. When you lower the swim platform, it disengages the engines,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, and then also
When you bring it back up,
when it's brought back up,
you have to. It comes up and it looks like it's up, but you have to wait about another 5 seconds for the pin to engage the locking mechanism, or the engines won't start. So
Right.
it's happened before where people think it's up and they go, oh, my engines won't start. The barbecue is another item where if the lid's down on the barbecue, you can't even, the breaker trips. And so it won't even allow power to the barbecue. But all safety measures. And overall, yeah, really nice boat. I mean, we were cruising, you can cruise all day long at 30, but top end was 50. So, it would be a great Bimini. To get to Bimini, you could be there in an hour and a half.
right.
So,
And it was, I would say that even the accommodations down below were totally ample enough. It's more about the outside kind of party,
Yes.
relaxing out on the cockpit area, but the accommodations were fine for like little overnight trips, I would say. What's the price tag
price
on this
tag
thing,
on this
man?
thing.
I can't believe how expensive boats have gotten.
yeah.
But yeah.
This boat, new, if you wanted a 2022 today, which they're out, those models, they're 1.285 million, so 1.3 million basically, and determines how many options. We had the Seakeeper gyro stabilizer on this boat, and that's a $60,000 option right there. Underwater lights, so there's ways to drive up the price of that even. And the other things that are unique about this boat is the Yamaha Helmmaster. It's a totally dedicated electronic over hydraulic steering system. And so it incorporates also a joystick where you don't even have to understand how to maneuver a boat anymore. It's like a video game where you push the joystick wherever you want to go. You can twist it, the boat will turn. You can push this way, the sideways, the boat will go sideways. And you can see this in our video where the engines will operate independently of each other for this.
Yeah, what they call it?
Engineers
Sky.
did
What
it.
was it? Sky.
Oh, SkyHook.
SkyHook. Okay.
Which is a Mercury product, but also it's called dynamic positioning.
yeah, pretty cool boat.
Yeah.
All right.
See you next time. You gonna show them our shed?
Oh yeah, let's show you. This is our tiny home.